Yep.
That could be, so think about that. When you go and you run around trying to, just sticking in every hole, what if you get her pregnant? Is that somebody you want to raise a child with, whether you're together with her or not? So think about that. Well,
and women are
I'm
just
sure
as
most people
guilty
don't.
of not thinking about that. And then they cry when it's like a piece of shit. Well, I mean, hi, you didn't vet the process. And so now that's what you got to work with. So again, everybody likes to be footloose and fancy free, but nobody wants to have the obligations and the responsibilities that come along with that stuff. If you care about potentially bringing somebody into this world, you should care about who you're doing that with. And if you're not sure if you're ready for that type of responsibility, you make sure that you don't get yourself into that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's accountability. It's a lack of accountability is where the biggest issue is. And I think most of us, and I think most of like in our circles that we run in, whether it's PA, whether it's Louisiana, or Cincinnati, we surround ourselves with good people, but there's bad people that infiltrate those circles. But you hope, or at least I do, when I see somebody, I'm like, let's try to at least divert them. I'm not going to change you. I'm going to try to divert you, and then you figure your own shit out. If you're a grown ass person,
yeah. If you're a responsible American,
right?
And that's what we talked about earlier. Jason was, Candace and Bill waited till they were in their late 30s to have their third child because they're responsible Americans and they want to be able to provide. But seems like that's just not the norm anymore. People go have kids and they expect us, to raise their kids and feed their kids. I can sound like a cold-hearted old prick if I don't care what it sounds like. Feeding your kids not my fucking problem.
Right.
And trust me, I know
kids not my fucking problem.
I know plenty of these people that have numerous kids, and they're not financially stable, and they're on WIC, and they're on food stamps, and they're on all of this stuff, and it's like
they're gonna raise when they have a kid, Candace.
There's got to be a point where you're like, okay, if I can't do this without being on this program, maybe I shouldn't have another one. And it's like out of sight, out of mind. Like, oh, government will take care of it, no problem. And they got to understand. Yep. Yeah. And we've created the problem
that if you don't get married, you can get more welfare money.
Absolutely.
So they don't get married. They shack up with the third or fourth baby daddy. And they get more money every kid they have, and they don't get married because they would lose their Section 8 or they would lose their stamps. So we're creating a system that promotes government dependence. And the liberals are doing that because they want them dependent upon them so they can keep their votes.
And they want bare minimum. I think that's what bothers me the most is many of these people that have kid after kid after kid, and they're just going through the system to have them be taken care of. You're just creating such a bare minimum lifestyle for your child. Like you're not even thinking about, okay, let me get my shit together. Let me try to get a really good job. Maybe I can invest in a good school for them, or I can invest in, something more extracurricular for them. Some of these kids will never see a vacation. Some of these kids will never have like a legitimate Sweet 16. You know what I mean? Like things that shamefully I thought of, maybe it's not a priority, but these are things that I said, you know what? I didn't have the opportunity to go to a really good school. I didn't have like an opportunity to have a really great birthday party. Things that affected me, I really wanted to make sure that my kids never felt that when they became an adult. And there is a fine line between spoiling and giving them the things that will make them a fully functional adult.
I'm
going to be funny here real quick, but thank you a lot, Candace.
Go ahead.
I love the fact that you had a beautiful vacation.
Yes.
All the pictures.
Now we knew what the fuck was going on.
Ended up getting pregnant. Now Jill wants to get my vasectomy reversed. It's fucking amazing.
And it's funny because
completely
everybody's telling me that, our immediate friends and family are like, yeah, Trump's going to put tariffs on your baby, because he's in Mexico.
Look, I'm not shocked over this news, Jason, because we were messaging while she was in
Well, and
Mexico. I'm like, how's it
truthfully,
going? She said, we haven't left the room. I'm like,
While
well,
they were at Boom Boom Town. Oh, that's fucking.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. This trip, and
Here's
I do want to say this because this is how much this child was planned. So in September, it was like August, September, we planned to go to Mexico with a big group, our neighbors and a bunch of their friends. So
James, did your phone ring? Because mine didn't.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool.
And
It
so
works. I pay the bill every month.
hey, we were going to use a timeshare. It was going to be great. Well, we locked in the dates. We wound up booking our tickets first. Everybody else backed out. So we just had airline tickets and we were like, all right, what do we do? Do we not go or do we go? And at this time, like I was looking at my calendar and I'm like, well, this would be a great baby week if we were considering it. And so we decided.
You had this whole thing. You went to Mexico to get pregnant.
We went into Mexico. This was our baby trip. And this was like the last time.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is how much we plan. And honestly, this has been with every kid. Yeah, this was our itinerary. Like there was a calendar, James. There was a calendar.
I cannot wait to meet your husband because I want to put him
on he's the hilarious.
Forefront of any mission that needs to be done because he fucking did it.
He did
it. Hey.
But you know what? He always gives me the credit. He says I have slutty eggs. And he's right. They're just like, come on, big boy. Like, I don't know. They're just like ready.
Jill said, if I get pregnant, everybody better get ready. Get your shit in order because it's the second coming of Christ. And you have a lot of explaining to do, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, and to be fair, I was just saying this earlier, I will be 40 like 6 months after I deliver this baby. So it was kind of our like, okay, we have to figure out if we're doing this and, just to let you all know the planning avenues of this. We were going to try January, February. If nothing happened, we were going to wait until June so we didn't have a baby in the dead of winter. Like that's how many things like we had to just itemize and make sure we're good to go.
And Jill, I don't know. Jill, hit the chats because I don't have the ability. It's all on James's end, but hit the chats talking about as we're going about being in Buffalo, New York with Zoe.
I'm not going to name him Baby
planning.
Jesus.
It's good planning. No, that's great planning. And again, I said it before, but congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. This is our last one. So we're
I love your TikTok. So you're like, I'm so tired. I'm like, dude, it's just starting.
Dude, I'm fucking dead to the world. Like I can't do anything. You should see like the laundry is just. And now I'm on a lifting restriction, so I can't lift anything. I can't do anything.
Your old boys
already
do some shit.
Already, I have a hematoma, which they say is normal, but it can happen, and it's put me in like I can't do anything. So I can't even exercise, which sucks. I can only walk. I can do like normal activities.
Jill said her back hurt and went to the doctor, and that's why she wanted me to do shit. I get it. Now it all makes sense.
There you go.
You sons of bitches.
We got it all planned. So that's the story.
Let's hit the State of the Union because
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Dude.
I'm
ready. What do y'all think of the State of the Union? I thought it was amazing.
I thought it was I have to say, this was probably his best time speaking ever.
Yeah.
He did not like really falter and he wasn't overly condescending. He stuck on topic. He didn't ramble. I felt like it was strong. It was concise. It was delivered like bullet point after bullet point. I was not bored in an hour and 48 minutes. Like I felt fulfilled.
I felt like he didn't stumble nearly as much as he normally does. Now, I was talking with my buddies. It almost seemed like a stand-up comedy skit in a good way in different points to where he was blasting the fucking Democrats.
He beat their ass.
So I don't understand where they say that Trump is dividing this country, but yet you can't stand for a Medal of Honor winner, a Purple Heart, or the USA hockey team. And you don't stand for anything. And he goes, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, it was almost like your dad, like kind of, scolding you.
Yep.
He did it perfectly, though. He blasted him a little bit, like threw some shade, but I thought he knocked it out of the fucking park.
I thought it was amazing. If I had to say one word to describe it, would be intentional. Everything he did was with intent. It was just, I was telling Beth last night before it came on. I said, look, I don't expect you, because we have this kind of ritual. We go in our bar every night. We switch from the living room to the bar, and that's where we watch movies or whatever. I said, I don't expect you to come in there with me, because I really don't want to watch this, but I have to watch it because I need the content. But I really have no desire to listen to this shit. Well, I was wrong, because he was just spot on. I was so proud of him. And anybody that could say that he has cognitive issues can go fuck themselves, because that man was spot on. He spoke better than he ever has. Everything was intentional.
Check the chat.
The way that he is a guy that can get off script so fucking easy.
I can't see.
And so go ahead.
No, he'll sit there and like he's got the two teleprompters here, and I know somebody who works in DC and knows how this shit works, where they tell him, like, as his speech is there, but they'll tell him shift right, shift left, this way, that way. So every time he was grabbing the fucking Dems, he's reading off this one, and all of a sudden, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And
he
blah, blah, blah,
nailed it. He
set them up. He made them look stupid. He drew them into to looking like the clowns that they are. I mean, they showed up ready to be the clowns that they are. Look at
fucking Al Green
from the beginning. But hey, I don't know the guy personally, but Troy Nehls, the congressman that fucking ripped it out of his hands and tried to fist fight him. Did y'all see that?
Oh, that was fantastic. I was like, kudos to him, because you know what? They have to start standing up.
He's from the Houston area. I know him. I know his sister-in-law. He was a former sheriff, respected guy, law and order guy, ran for Congress. Troy Nehls would have beat his ass. He's lucky he turned. Troy, I'm telling you, it was close. I'm surprised that Troy didn't hit him.
Well,
so that
him and that fucking pimp cane.
Yeah,
like
so
just
he
like last time. He is the guy in the first 3 minutes that always makes the fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Well, he should have been kicked out from the beginning when he showed up with that sign. Whatever that bitch Rashada Talal or whatever the fuck her name is, with the pen that says fuck. What happened to any sort of decency and any sort of decorum? Where is Cincy? I want Cincy in here to talk about decorum. He loves to talk about decorum. Where's the fucking decorum when you show up with a pen that says fuck ICE? Yeah. Fuck you.
Who's dividing who?
Yeah, who's dividing who? We
when
talk
you
about this.
Can't stand for, if you agree with this message,
that was a setup,
American citizens. Oh my God. But how do you, I mean, even now I ask the question, how do you look a Democrat in the face and fully vote for them and say, this person has my best interest at heart, when you can't even agree with somebody saying the truest statement, the most factual statement of America, and they can't even say, you know what, that is something I should stand for and I support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't should be scary, because it's not that they just sat down because Trump said it. To me, they don't agree with that statement. They don't think that illegal aliens should come below Americans.
No, I don't know, Candace. I think they kind of do. I think they do believe they should. They tried to turn that statement into racist. They said that was a racist statement. So Trump didn't say, if you put white Americans first. He said Americans. Right. So how is that racist? So that it's what they want to be. So they don't put any American.
I have to go back and look, but I think he said American citizens.
Yes, he said American citizens.
He said American citizens. Is
what he said.
It dials it in even more.
They
which
covered
is
all shapes, colors,
anybody.
genders. Yes.
It also means these Somali animals that got their
Mhm.
citizenship. So he's not being racist. He's not being anything other than America first, and that's exactly what we voted for.
But you
But you
have
know what's funny?
Ilhan
That's a
Omar
tell.
calling him a murderer.
Yes.
You're the murderer. You're the
Mhm.
murderer. Really, motherfucker? Fuck off.
Yeah, but he baited her. He
Oh, yeah.
knew, and look, the way he fucking stared him down, that showed them he carried himself well. I thought he was.
He knew where
With-
everybody was sitting, and he
Yep.
knew exactly who
Oh,
he
he
needed.
knew he was
Mhm.
on you. He was. Let's see what's the best phrase I can think. He was respectfully combative,
Yes.
Yes.
or
He was definitely better
strategically.
this
Yeah.
time around than last time.
He
And
didn't-
I'm
you know,
sorry,
and-
but his Elizabeth Warren comment last time around, I died. And I was
Yeah.
prepared for him to do something similar, and he honestly did not. So I was like, all right, I guess you're taking the high road. But he really let them off easy, in my opinion, and he made his points very much, they were much more dynamic because of the
Yeah.
fact that he wasn't really insulting this time around. He was calling the facts, and he let them represent their own behavior, which is exactly what they did.
He baited him. It was just so strategically done. I recognize that how somebody put him on task. Somebody,
Mhm.
and he's so hard to handle. I'm so glad I'm not his handler because he's so fucking hard to handle.
The
But
fucking
somebody got to him.
speechwriter's like, why am I even fucking writing this? Because he's not even going to. I mean, he
No.
went off most of it.
Yeah.
It seems like he went off most of it, but then he does. He'll go left, he'll go right. But the fucking speechwriter's like, oh, fuck. Oh, we got another one? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Guys, you're going to come on a walk with me.
Sweet. We love it.
Okay, so Fatty had to order Chinese
you
food.
get a pass. You get a pass because you're pregnant. You got to be fed.
Exactly. I
But
have to be fed.
Jill put in the chats that she goes that's frightening if you can't even stand and agree that your first priority should be to the American citizens in your district. Your priorities are whacked, which completely. She started watching it with me, like we DVR'd it. We since I was gone, out of town, and then worked Monday. We caught up on as I call it, our smut
Mhm.
DVR shows, and then I watched it. She started watching it. She had to go to bed. I finished it. I couldn't turn it off. I was literally I was glued to the fucking TV. And
I
to be
thought,
honest, I feel like
Here I
that's
am.
one of the best State of the Union addresses in my lifetime that I've seen.
I thought it was. Look at
And
the way
not
that he.
just because I support Trump. Obama had multiple that were good.
Mhm.
This one,
Well, that's what he's good at, though. That's because Obama is good at presentation.
Yeah.
Typically, Trump isn't because he can get off of a script, but that's what makes him
Stream
Trump.
of consciousness.
but also
Yeah,
it was a much different time when Obama was doing it. Obama
Right.
didn't have to deal with half the shit that Trump's fucking dealing with right now.
He also
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have to
agree.
deal with crazy ass leftists heckling him. That would have never been tolerated by us. We wouldn't
Someone
tolerate.
in that room should have fucking handled that, and they did
Mhm.
not.
No.
Now, okay, here's where I'm like, there's a part of me that's torn because there were so many of them that didn't show up. Fine. So I'm like, is it worse
70.
to not show up? Or is it worse to show up and just stay seated the whole time? I don't know the answer.
I asked Jill the same thing. I said, if you're not going to show up, cool. You're making your stance, right?
Mhm.
Whatever that stance is. You show up and you be a complete buffoon because now you're on international TV.
Right.
You're all over the place, and you're showing other countries how divided we actually are.
Yeah.
But who's
Absolutely.
doing the dividing? That's my major question. It's not fucking the Trump administration. It's the Democrats. They just don't like him.
Well, and what's crazy about it is they're so delusional and they're so in the here and now that they're not even understanding that 2028 Trump's not on the ballot. So you're fighting Trump specifically. You're just fighting him. And then when it comes to 2028, what is your campaigning actually going to be? Because you're not fighting against Trump anymore. So what exactly do you plan on, what are your policies? What is your thought process at that time? I can't imagine. I can't imagine what they're going to start running on because they are so focused on anti-Trump rhetoric that that's all they have.
And they showed multiple times. I'll call her. I'll never not call her Pocahontas. They showed her multiple times, and she's sitting there just like an old fucking angry grandma. Like, you better go.
But you know what?
You better go.
But she never said anything. She didn't say anything, and she
did
didn't.
Not.
She didn't make a bunch of faces. But she's just a. I mean, she's just a. Her resting
bitch.
face.
You could say it. She's a bitch.
Bitch is too good for her. She's just
So
at least you did carry yourself.
You're baiting me. You're baiting me.
Oh, don't use the "see you next Tuesday" word.
You were baiting me.
She's the C word. She's a C word.
Oh no, she's an angry old cunt. That's what she is.
But you know what's funny? So again, last time I thought if anybody was not going to be there, I thought it was going to be her because he specifically called her out last time and she's sitting there clapping like, angry eyes. And I thought it would be her that wouldn't be there. And you know what? She was there. So there's this small, like that big of me that has to give some of these people credit that they're putting themselves in the line of fire. They know they're going to get picked out. And while they are still deplorable human beings to not even be able to acknowledge the things that anybody should be able to acknowledge, I give them the smallest amount of credit to be able to take the ridicule in a public forum like that.
What I did like,
I agree with that.
You didn't get like a ton of like face, like video of faces, but like when they would go up,
you saw who was sitting and who was standing.
But then you would see if somebody was standing, on the Democrat side, somebody was standing, and you would see somebody just do this.
Yes, I did see that. And it was almost like,
what are you doing?
Yep. And then I saw at one point somebody was standing and somebody leaned over and I could almost like feel that they were like, sit down, they're telling the person to sit down.
Yeah, because they're such bullies.
It's like me in a Catholic church. I don't know when to sit, stand, or kneel. So maybe they were just confused because
there's a lot of fucking standing.
Catholic calisthenics. So I don't know. Sit, stand, kneel. I don't know.
It's funny. My husband said the same thing. He was like, honestly, Cam, like I'm a Republican. I wouldn't fucking go. Like I'm too lazy to stand up that whole goddamn time. Like each and every sentence, like I gotta stand up.
He's got to be sore. He's got to be sore today.
Jill told me not to delete it. She was going to use that as her workout video, fucking doing squats.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's smart. You're onto something, Jill.
I thought it was very smart. But no, his message was clear. The things that he did, and I read an article, and it may not be true. I don't know. I haven't fact checked it completely. But that helicopter pilot that got the Medal of Honor, who got his legs shot up,
that was incredible.
He did not know that was coming to him.
Really?
That was not planned.
You could kind of tell.
And I can throw you the two articles that I read. And again, I don't know if it's true or not, but looking at it at face value, and that motherfucker was this wide.
Oh my God, he's ginormous.
He's a big. Yeah. I don't even know how he fits in a helicopter for one.
No. Yeah, he's not a stereotypical helicopter pilot.
But that guy, the officer behind him was holding it. He didn't see it. And then Trump announces it, and all of a sudden he comes around him. Dude, I got chills. I started tearing up. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So then I hit a couple articles, and that apparently was not, he did not have no idea that was coming, which I think is
I believe that.
Amazing.
Hey, what about the 100-year-old man?
That was so
cute. I thought it was a dude 2 rows in front of him. Like the really geriatric guy. I thought that's who they were doing it. And then me and Joe both looked. I was like, fuck, I hope I look like that when I'm 100.
Yeah.
I know. He looks kind of good. The only time I got upset was Irina's mom. That was hard.
Yeah. Yep.
That was really hard.
Y'all realize that they did. You realize these filthy fucking animals didn't stand up for them.
And I think it's one thing.
You realize that, right? That they didn't stand up. These filthy fucking Democrats didn't stand up for them, but they're the party of immigrants. No, you're the party of what you want. Of your selective. So that's the immigrant you couldn't stand for, the immigrant that was killed by a career criminal that y'all have protected?
To me, it goes so much deeper than that because they constantly preach that they are so empathetic and that they care about everybody. And
We
you're
don't give
seeing
a
this woman
fucking
who
shit.
is just completely broken. She's in tears. She can't even stand herself. And you don't even think to like, let me just support her woman to woman. Take it all out. Like, I just can't imagine being that dead inside where I couldn't give like my love, understanding, and compassion to somebody like that. This is a broken woman in tears
Yes.
who is so full of probably her own guilt because her thought of trying to save her child was to get her out of Ukraine, and look what
So
happened to her.
Yeah.
she
And
gets killed here by a
the,
career animal.
by exactly a career criminal, and not one person from the other side cared enough to show her empathy and compassion, all of what she probably needed in that moment. it I just, that was kind of it for me. We could talk about the last time with DJ Daniel, and we can talk about all that stuff, and like, yes, that was equally as disgusting. But from like mom to mom, when you see a mom just shattered, and you can't even say, you know what, I feel for her on a womanly level, on a mom level. I'm going to show her that I'm with her during her time of loss. I don't know how much lower you can go. Really,
Hey,
for me, it's like
side
that's the
note,
floor.
speaking of DJ Daniel, y'all did see that he died last night,
He
right?
did not die. That is a fake fucking shit
Are you
article.
serious?
I swear I've been spending all day researching it and seeing if
Oh,
anything pops up. Somebody on X just posted that it was a hoax as well. He did not die. He is still
wow.
alive and well. So fuck whoever started that rumor. That's really shitty. I was very heartbroken until I spent some time just like seeing if it's
Well, I didn't
anywhere.
follow up. I saw it and I didn't follow up with it.
Yeah, when it's those like weird runoff things, I feel like I always need to
Well, I heard
follow
he had
up.
been, did hear that it didn't surprise me because I had heard it was his cancer was back and pretty aggressive. So it wasn't shocking. Um, but the only thing that caught me off guard was I figured it was enough time to where they could have put it in a speech. Trump would have said something.
Right,
So that does make
right.
sense as a hoax.
And
Okay.
it would have been posted from the White House, like it would have been posted from another source. So,
Yeah.
as of now, people are coming out and saying, no, this is a hoax. Like other people are now, stating that that stuff is false. So, as far as
Okay.
we know, DJ Daniel is still with us and fighting for his life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, struggling, but yeah, still here. And
But he's still here.
So yeah, Candace, I'm with you. Anybody that supports these animals in any way, anybody that is still a Democrat today, if you are still a Democrat today, I think you are an absolute disgusting piece of shit, filthy animal, just like the ones that displayed themselves last night. I actually saw a friend of mine. I didn't know he was a Democrat. We're not that close of friends. But I saw him post today I've been a lifelong, this guy's older than me. He's probably close to 60. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I changed to Republican today. I cannot, and he's a good guy. He said, I cannot do this. I wonder how many are like that. I wonder how many people finally had enough.
They just
Because,
won't say it publicly, but there's
yeah,
probably quite a few.
and that's the thing, they're afraid to say it publicly.
what I want to see is what I'm anxious to see is the poll numbers by the end of this week. I think Trump's polls are going. I think his numbers are going to go up. I think he did that good of a job, and all they did was help him. He did a good job. I think he put some things in perspective, but also the way these animals carried themselves. I think his numbers are going to go up because of that too.
I think we're going to see trending things differently in March because a lot of people have not filed their tax returns yet. And I think that will be a deciding factor for a lot of people. I think those that have already filed and have received a bump in their return, they're going, oh, wait a second, I'm seeing a difference. But I got to be honest with you guys, people are fucking dumb. And they honestly, they don't know what good is coming. I had somebody today who was like, I didn't hear anything about homeschooling tax incentive. Where is that? Some douchebag on Facebook. So I had to go and find it and paste it. And it's like, guys, this is all in the bill. These are like things that benefit so many people, and you guys don't know about it because you were just told that it's all bad. you haven't even spent the time to read it and find out, like, what are some tax initiatives for homeschooling? What are
Well,
some tax on tips? Like, none of that. They don't look, they don't research, they don't care.
and I'll be curious to see, because being in public service right now, my overtime that I've worked, or whatever, like I'm tax dumb. I'm tax and insurance dumb. I go to jail for that. And I'm like, hey, walk me through this. What's this look like? But especially taxes. That's why I pay somebody to do my taxes, even though my taxes are fairly easy. Here,
Must be nice,
do it.
Jason.
What's that?
Must be nice.
I'm like, just fucking do it. You get me a lot of money back. I'll pay you whatever. It's fine. But I don't know, like, the breaks. Like, when I have to fill out a new, like, if I'm doing a part-time job or whatever, and I'm filling out that W-4, I'm like, fuck. What do I put? All right, 0, carry the 1, whatever. Like, I'm just not, I've never been versed in it. My tax guy, really good. But I'll be curious to see when I do my taxes and how all this shit comes out. Like,
take it from somebody who pays, like, literally writes a check to the federal government by April 15th every year with a lot of zeros on it. It sucks. And I got to be honest with you, full disclosure, we were not as busy last year, and our tax liability was nearly 6 figures. And they don't really give you a lot of time to come up with that. And so we're on a payment plan, and it's like you're getting penalties on top of that. Before we even signed up for a payment plan, they give you a deadline before they start, like, garnishing your wages and shit, your accounts. Like, the IRS is no fucking joke. And it's funny to me that nobody understands how a lot of these tax cuts help people like me. Yes, we have the potential to make a lot of money some years, and we have, and some years are better than others. But our tax liability would make the average person vomit. And that is stuff that we literally have to take a check, write it out, mail it to the federal government, whether we have it or not.
And you guys are both self-employed, correct?
Yes, exactly. And so then you take that on top of the $2,000 a month we pay for health insurance, the, astronomical utility costs. My electric bill last month was $998 for 1 month.
Fuck. Are you shitting me?
For 1 month, I have, yeah. And that's with supplementing with a wood burning stove. I have numerous forms of heating systems in my house. I do have electric heat as our main source. We have one electric heater in our sunroom, and then we also heat our hot tub. So yeah, we've got a lot of different things that have to get heated, but that was the highest electric bill I've ever gotten.
Holy shit!
Well, you know what?
Nearly $1,000.
I let the boss upstairs take care of that shit, and that's why I'm not allowed to touch the thermostat. I get yelled at because I freeze my balls off. She was like, "Don't touch
Our
it."
fucking house is 67. I'm good with 67, and we got $1,000 electric bill.
Are you? You know what? Fucking bear.
They quit busting on. You can quit busting on my houses. Apparently, I'm not the only one that has a decent house in this fucking group.
Listen, your house is bigger than mine, isn't it?
No, it's not. My house is 3,000 square foot, so is yours.
Is mine.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
see, I'm hanging out with two fucking rich bougie motherfuckers.
Listen, I'm on a payment plan for my taxes, Jason.
And I got a mortgage until I'm 80. So
fuck. Yeah, that sucks.
but also he's in Louisiana to where he bitches when it gets to 60 degrees. That's when he starts bitching. Oh, it's fucking cold.
Yeah, so right now, today was low 60, high 77.
That's for you. That's for you.
So y'all, so what's the weather? I mean, what's the weather? Y'all
we hit 40, and I'm like, this is bikini weather.
Today,
y'all didn't get any of this blizzard. Y'all didn't get any of this latest thing.
It was a dud for us. Thank God.
Okay.
We got some. We got like probably maybe 3 inches, maybe less, maybe 2 inches or so.
We got 6 or less.
Like Sunday night when I got home and woke up Monday morning, I had that much snow. Mm-hmm. Not a big deal, easy. But today, then it goes, and this is why my allergy. I have year long allergies and fucking up and down temperature. Today was like 63, But
Yeah, it was nice.
it's supposed to be nice for the rest of the week, but it'll drop back down. But I went and got my truck washed, got all the salt off, did that shit. But Cincinnati's so weird because we're in that river valley. It'll be nice, and then the bottom will drop out, and it'll be fucking 20. Yeah. So it's fucking gross. But
so Candace, I know you saw the rebuttal with.
Let's talk about the rebuttal.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't see it, but I saw your video earlier. So tell us about tell us about her deal.
So she first starts off with, first of all, her speech was 20 minutes or less. It was like get in, get out. And she shows up looking like, the typical goalie for a dart team. And she starts asking everybody, is your life better today? Is everything more affordable today? Do you feel like your needs are met? Like all this stupid, nonsensical liberal bullshit.
What's her name again? I can't remember her name.
Abigail Spanberger.
Abigail Spanberger.
That's funny. And then she goes and then kicks it up a notch and says, everything that the president told you was a lie. And she's going on about how the president doesn't care about affordability for the average person. He only cares about himself, blah, 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 blah. And I gotta say, this is rich and ballsy as hell from somebody who implemented not only heavy green energy regulations as soon as she hit office, but then also implemented over 50 new tax increases among numerous service structures that will affect majority of the working middle class in her state. And it's funny to me because this is where I get so pissed off at the general public is they follow these people when they are campaigning. And they go, oh, Abigail's just a moderate. She's just like me. And, Abigail's telling them how she's a moderate, how she's for the working class, how she has police backgrounds, all this bullshit. But then they get elected. And then the people who voted for these people stop following up. So they miss where Abigail Spanberger is giving out 50 new tax hikes. They miss where she signs up for the green initiative that is going to increase regulations amongst all energy providers in Virginia, which has automatically resulted in a 3-time increase among energy recipients in Virginia. They miss all of that, right? And they go, what happened? Like, why am I paying more money for stuff?
What happened?
What happened? And it's like, that is what happened. You stopped paying attention. And they never pay attention until it's election time. And so it's this cycle. The average liberal, the average Democrat, especially if it's my age, they are wildly and uninformed.
Oh, absolutely.
And this just proved it to me.
And as soon as you get close to campaign time, everybody starts pushing. They start pushing. And it's pushing bullshit down your throats. And we've said it, James, we've said it many times. Don't look here. I want you to see.
That's they have a very small playbook, and they do play it very well. The uneducated voter, and I say this every fucking show probably, the uneducated voter is a problem. I think that last night to me, and it's what has devastated this country. But what will disappoint me, I think there's some momentum after last night. I think that Trump did his part, and Trump laid out some good things, and where the problem has been and why we're having all this chaos. And we talk about the chaos, the perception of chaos, because chaos is really not overtaking our country. It's in these small parts, but that's all you see. You don't have chaos in your town. You don't have chaos in your town. I have chaos in my town. But where I think that what I would like to see, and this is, I guess, a good way to close things out, is each of us say what we would like to see after the State of the Union. He laid out some good stuff. What do we would like to see for the next year, especially going the midterms? So my thing is, I would love to see the messaging get better, because Trump laid out some things last night that were unknown, because we are doing a terrible job. When I say we as Republicans, the RNC, and Charlie dying was a terrible thing for a lot of reasons. He would be on top of this messaging. He would be the one putting this message out. Trump just gave you RNC, all these Republican PACs. He gave you some things to put the messaging out. But this is what the best thing that I thought was, he said some things that are being overshadowed by the Democrats. Love them or hate them, and we all hate them. I think they're filthy fucking animals, but they are killing us with messaging. Mm-hmm. So what I would like to see is post State of the Union, start driving home the things that Trump said. And Jason, you sent me that fact sheet. I do have it that I could pull up, but even CBS had a hard time finding.
And that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, they had a hard time finding, and I can pull it up real quick. A lot of things that they would say, it's misleading. Well, no, what they're really saying is he got us. It's really not misleading. Mm-hmm. And
also it's CBS News. So it was like, I said it to you being funny in the fact that when I read through it, I'm like, you're not telling me anything.
Right.
No,
they're just like acting surprised.
Pretty much what they're saying. I don't want to go. I mean, it's long. Go through the whole thing. He didn't lie. There's a couple of things they said was false, but they would classify things as misleading.
Or they didn't have those numbers yet. But do you not think the commander in chief has those fucking numbers if he's going to say it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, granted, all politicians are liars. I've said that from
they are.
The time I can vote. All politicians are liars. I have a former politician on this podcast behind me. He's a fucking liar. But he's doing it for it, and not in a negative, nefarious way. They're gonna lie to get your votes, mm-hmm. right? So, but mm-hmm. he's a president, commander in chief. He has one last go round. Why would he fucking say that shit? And when CBS can't say, yes, this was wrong, this is not true, they couldn't do it in any of those things. Right. And I know it was long, but I read through all of them, and they didn't necessarily say, oh, this is incorrect. It was, oh, well, this data is not back. Mm-hmm. Whether it's from the FBI on the homicides or whatever. Why are you even putting the fucking thing out there? Shut the fuck up. I didn't mean to derail you there, but what I would what I would like to see is the future Republicans taking this roadmap of stuff that he put out, mm-hmm. and you take that and you run it all the way to the fucking bank, because it's helping Americans. Mm-hmm. Not illegals. And get all the fucking illegals out. But you take that roadmap that he put out, and he literally, I mean, just like that Yahoo, fact check, go through all that. Mm-hmm. Run with every one of those things, and you'll fucking win. Mm-hmm. It's fucking that easy. I mean, I say that from a basement in Anderson Township, but stupid fucking fireman, but
I agree. No, I would love to see Republicans play dirty. And you know what? Not only taking the roadmap of the State of the Union, but why are they not launching commercials with Ilhan Omar's face and linking it with all of the Minnesota fraud? Like, why are they not just pounding these hack politicians with commercial after commercial after commercial, like they did to Trump, like they do to them? I wish Republicans would say, you know what? We're taking the gloves off and we're going to be dirty motherfuckers this time around. And
maybe they're waiting to closer to the midterms, but they've given
really
too much material.
So. There's too much. And it's funny because I saw a commercial after, and fuck, man, I don't even remember who it was for, but it was a well thought out. It was very how the White House does their imagery now. It was very savvy in how it was portrayed, but it had some of that stuff in there. And it's like, okay, this is good. It could be better, but we need to keep doing this. And there should be no reason why every Republican politician right now that especially is looking to keep their seat, they need to be running commercials that have these really scandalous type of storytelling in them, because it's about time that we start fighting back with, taking the gloves off. That's it. It's do or
No,
die at
I,
this
I
point.
agree with that. And I'm hoping that there's a plan. It's been frustrating for me because I haven't seen, like, what the fuck aren't y'all? Why are you letting us kill us with the messaging? Now, one thing, being involved in, even on a local level, timing's got to be right, and people have. What I'm hoping is they're ready and they're going to bomb it around, August, October, September, October, going into the midterms. Because if they did it right now, people have amnesia. People forget things. Their memory's bad. So you want to start. I'm hoping they've given, especially just last night, they paint them for the picture. Well, what they are, they're unhinged. They have no loyalty. They hate America. They're just filthy animals who are anti-American. They can't stand up for Americans. They can't stand up for America. And they just give us so much material. I'm hoping that there's a plan to shove it up their ass and steal the midterms. And I'm still pretty optimistic. After last night, I'm very optimistic about the midterms if we get our head out of our ass and we play this right.
Well, and I think he brought home the fact that with everything that happened with Dems not standing and not appreciating everything, it's not necessarily that Orange Man bad. They just hate fucking America.
Right.
Yeah.
That is huge. That is huge. And you're absolutely correct. And I think part of the storytelling that he did this time around that was more successful, last time around, he focused on the angel moms and he focused on DJ Daniel. And I could see how Democrats are like, this is politicized. But now when he's like, hey, these are people that are actually happy with my policies, that are getting an end result for my policies. When he brought up the waitress that was getting no tax on tips, $5,000 extra in her bank account. When he's bringing up the IVF, how she's saving $4,000 a month. These are things.
Which is fucking crazy. And
yes.
Can I go on like a quick rant?
Do it. Rant away.
So when I was assistant fire chief, I was in charge of all our EMS ordering, and I bought all our drugs, right? So when fentanyl became a big thing here in Ohio, one vial of Narcan used to be 35 cents. It's 2 milligrams, a pre-filled syringe.
Yep.
Once fentanyl came in to the area, and I say area like huge area because it happened everywhere. But once we saw it here, that shit went to $35 for a 2 mil, the same box that I would buy for 35 fucking cents. You can't tell me Big Pharma is not involved in this opioid epidemic. You can't tell me that because I saw it. I literally saw it, and I was like going through, and I was like starting to do my ordering. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm comparing two different bills. I'm like, what the fuck? But when you have somebody who wants to come in, crash Big Pharma, and say, hey, make shit affordable. Insulin's another thing. EpiPens, another thing. I mean, an EpiPen's $200.
Yep.
A shot of epinephrine, just through a syringe is maybe $2. It's the same dosage. It's fucking they know people need it, and they want to fuck, and they're gonna fucking charge us. He's
and
trying
it's
to get ahead of
all Democrats. Democrats are wedded to big pharma, and they're pissy when Trump or Republicans say we got to cut this down. It's their wallets that they get all upset about. But yes, they're keeping people sick. Why do you think cancer is not a solvable thing? Because there's big money in it.
Yep.
No, it's just like what now the big thing is, they're calling people like me, because I'm a big raw milk advocate. The whole milk crowd, like we're the devil because we believe in whole milk. We believe in things, natural remedies and things that are going to keep us healthy instead of keeping us sick. They're that fucking stupid. There's nothing dumber than a fucking liberal. They believe everything that the people, the special interests say. So now cow's milk is the devil because RFK Jr. said it.
Right.
So
well, you got to get the bull's milk, James. You got to get the bull's milk. That's good for you.
no, I'm good.
I'm
gonna stick to the tits.
Yeah, it's probably better off.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my milk from the tits. I'm gonna go that route.
Maybe that's why I've been sick for so long.
Could be.
All right. Well, anything else?
I think we nailed it.
Before we go, I think it was good. Appreciate we had a big crowd tonight.
I think our current sitting president, is absolutely fucking amazing. Everyone's
I'm proud of him.
We don't deserve him.
He's starting to be like Biden and whatever. I think he's sharp as a fucking tack. He's sharper than any of us three. I know that for a fact. But
no, there's no doubt. I think definitely re-energized. You know what? We didn't talk about this. Let's talk about this 1 second. I know we all got to go. Candace has to get to bed.
Gotta get our Chinese food in.
What about the filthy fucking liberals with the anti Olympic hockey team? What the fuck? Y'all can't even
don't piss me off. I can't. I cannot. First of all, I cannot. Okay, like why? Why?
Yeah.
Like why? I don't understand why that became a thing. All of a sudden it became this like sexist thing where it was like they were just outing the women's hockey team. And I'm like, first of all, okay, they won golds. Great. Good for you. Their fucking game bored me to tears. I was bored as fuck. Okay. Men's hockey, they were patriotic. They were exciting. They won the first time in 46 years. Like, let them have the moment. And
for the day.
It's just right. And it was immediately after. Everybody's crying about it. It's almost like people couldn't handle shit that went on in the 90s. And like being from the 90s, I don't fucking understand this at all. Like this is normal shit that we did that was totally acceptable. Like when the Rangers won, my parents like literally left the house. I don't even know. I woke up and they were gone and I was like 5 because they went to go party. Okay, like this shit was like in people's blood. You know what I mean? And especially when you're dealing with a historic win, this should just be a no-brainer. Everybody should be happy about this. Everybody should be celebrating. And if you don't want to, just say congratulations and that's it. How this got into such a liberal fury, I will never understand. It's because
it's and no offense, Candace, it's because it's fucking liberal women that fucking brought it up.
It is.
Now,
we got to get them out.
I watched a women's hockey game, and I don't watch hockey.
It's fucking boring.
But I watched the women's hockey during the Olympics. They won. I was like, fuck yeah. And then when they said, hey, we're declining because of scheduling conflicts, it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. They got mad because it's fucking Trump. That's it.
There was no shortage of liberal.
They would have been at the State of the Union address.
There was seriously the Olympics this year.
They were invited.
I love the Olympics, but there was no shortage of pain in the ass liberal women at the Olympics. And frankly, it's like somebody needs to put them in their places because this is like the women's basketball league, right? They're always bitching. They're always miserable. And it's like, first of all, if you want to be treated like the men's team, you should be a little bit more exciting, okay? And be a little bit more fucking patriotic. Instead, you're boring. You're always bitching. Your ratings suck. Exactly. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. And so, like, why are we not doing inner work, liberal friends? Do the inner work and find out that you suck, okay? And, like, actually try not to suck. Instead, they're like, no, we're going to suck more. And it's just, no. I think at the end of the day, the women's hockey team, like, made themselves look like assholes. I don't think the men's team did anything wrong.
No, what? I don't even understand how anybody, no matter how you feel about anything, could say they did anything wrong because they went because they weren't negative towards the women. There was nothing. They were celebrating their win. They just have to make an issue out of every non-issue out there. That's what they fucking do.
Well, they
what liberal women do.
Well, and the media took out of context, in my opinion, purely Kiefer's opinion, they took out of context when he was on the phone with the men. Well, you know, I've got to invite the women's team. And he was being funny in the fact that I have to invite both of you guys.
Well, right. And did they not prove his fucking point?
But they took, you know, the fucking libs and the fucking media and whatever took it as, well, I mean, he likes men better than women. Now, oh my God.
Well, no, he likes
from Epstein's plane. Like that is that type of shit.
Guys, I like men better than women.
But he was saying that because he knows the women were bad mouthing him and don't support him. That's why he said that. And who gives a fuck what he said? It has nothing to do with the president. It has to do with your country who won gold, and you can't even celebrate that. That liberal,
if these women weren't such pain in the asses, people would want to be around them more and want to watch them more. That's what I mean. They got to do the inner work. Like, I'm sorry. As a woman, I fucking hate other women. Really, I do. Especially liberal ones.
You hate white liberal ones.
They are exhausting. I'm exhausted. Even just their aura. Did you watch Amber Glenn? How miserable she is? And then you watch Alyssa Liu and you're like, oh, she's so light and happy and just happy. Like, it's beautiful. And then you see that just disgusting, sad misery of Amber Glenn. I'm exhausted with it. And it's everywhere. It's in our sports. It's on our TV shows. It's in our personal lives. And I need all of these women to understand that you are not a joy to be around. And I would never want to wind up like you. It looks miserable.
That's fucking perfect.
Just looks fucking miserable.
I guess that seemed like a good one to stop on, man. It's a good show. We had a good had a good crowd here tonight, and we will see y'all next week. Remember, we are the show that says the quiet parts out loud.
I'll try not to be late next time.
Yeah, he's the second dick, by the way.
I think we know who the chick is now that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I'll get bigger and bigger. Oh, hell yeah.
We will see y'all next week. Good night.
Night night.